The way back to the human world was distant and heavy, like waking from a dream. Rough dirt wind welcomed them, and the crude crying of ravens filled the valley. At the news, the people of Earl greeted them with eyes mixed with awe and dread, along with swollen expectation that magic would finally lodge in this barren land. To Lirazel, everything in the human world was fascination itself. The firewood in the fireplace that turned into a pile of ashes, the small birds that chattered every morning, and even the calendar of the night sky. To her, the lives of humans that changed were like magic, just like a wonderful play. But that wonder was merely a very brief instant. The long summer came to an end, and a cool wind began to blow. The green ivy vines climbed along the castle walls, turned red, then dried up. They fell loosely to the floor. That was the prelude to death, where life loses light and declines, which Lirazel witnessed for the first time. She rushed to the garden and cupped the decaying roses. No matter how much she tried to soothing them, the petals crumbled between her fingers. The sight of flowers, which in Elfland had never withered, dying, hideous, and dried up, began to make a crack in her pure soul. What drove her further into terror were the people. Deep wrinkles were engraved day by day upon faces. The backs of those who were healthy bent, and someone disappeared forever. Humans called that a natural providence, but in Lirazel's eyes, it looked like a terrible curse. Lirazel gradually stopped coming out. When night came, she sat curled up in a dark corner, blocking her ears at the sound of falling leaves and sobbing. Her silver hair lost light, and cloudy, depressed shadow heavily descended upon her clear eyes. The sound of the old grandfather clock was driving her mad. Tick-tock, tick-tock, like the teeth sound of a monster devouring all life. Lirazel realized someday this time would snatch away even Alveric's youth, and she alone would remain to watch the process. Every night, Alveric held her hand to explain the beauty of finitude, that every moment is precious, and the flower is beautiful because it fades. But to Lirazel, those words sounded like hollow excuses. The values of the two worlds were running along parallel lines that could never be mixed. A bitter winter wind raged again in the valley of Earl on a pitch-black night. Listening to Alveric, who was in deep sleep, Lirazel silently rose. Only a clear instinct remained that she must return to original world, the sanctuary that never aged. Lirazel opened the castle gates and threw herself into the snowstorm. Every time she moved, the winter wind turned into a purple mist, softly enveloping her. Eventually, her silhouette vanished, dissolving into the thick mist of Elfland. It was the moment a single star set forever.